takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington football team. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Darnold completes it, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To the air again, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to go back to more there, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Tremble, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, They feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing. Love. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action. Love to throw. The pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Love. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To the air again, Love. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going back to Love. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Love. He finds McLaurin and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gibson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Gibson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rallied up to stop him short of the marker. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the end zone, here's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Darnold to throw again. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down. And here's a give to Gibson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll dump that off to Gibson. Complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Thomas brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down, Love to pass. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Love now. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Love. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll run with Gibson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Love looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On first down, it's Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good.
And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and 2, Darnold.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gibson again. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
A gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Love. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Love.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled.
Fucking Melo up. Let's go.
I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside
28-14 now.
relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still,
I always try.
vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Washington.
It's over now. It's on minute left.
They will send this one away.
He got me in a couple good ones. That had me thinking. He one of them motherfuckers be using the running backs a lot. That defense came out to play. Hey, Chase Young ain't nothing to fuck with, bro. He be going crazy.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right
Okay,
now.
Brown.
Shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead.
Oh, what's up, bro? Yeah. I had said what's up when I got on, but nobody said nothing, so I was just like, all right.
What's been a dormant offense in the
Yeah.
2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Spinning pass. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
No, that's Cowboys play the Tampa Bay tomorrow.
To themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.
Yeah.
I get the sense it was much more
$200 on that versus AJ.
with the game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off.
Hold on one second.
So for Washington,
It's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.